fundamental to the principle of responsible government is the idea that the public service are loyal, neutral, accountable to government, accountable to the Australian public. Is that fair?
Pretty fair.
That's a requirement that's been imposed because the Public Service Act sets out the APS values, one of which is of impartiality. Is that accurate?
Yes.
The staff of Royal Commissions need to be non-partisan in the conduct of their work and in their public commentary. I just want to make it very clear in people's mind why this matters. Because I'm looking at the manual on Royal Commissions in this country, Royal Commissions and Public Inquiries. It's a book by Scott Prasser. And I'm quoting here, "The best public inquiries gather evidence, conduct research, garner expert advice, establish facts, provide analysis, test ideas, assess options, and propose a solution, appropriate action or a way forward." But governments risk losing trust and legitimacy if these things are apparently political. I've had circulated among the committee, and I understand a copy's been provided to Mr Popple and to the officers at the table, a bundle of printouts from the Twitter account of a person by the name of Kate Hannon. Now, this person is employed, as I understand it, in the APS, and her role is as the Director of Communications. On the first page of the bundle, there's a retweet by Kate Hannon of somebody else's tweet, in which we are disparaging the Prime Minister's sincerity. In the second tweet, she's retweeted a picture of a bus in which the Prime Minister is described as a Liberal muppet. Over to the next page, there's a very political cartoon there referring to what I would suggest is the bushfires and policy responses to that. On the next page, there's yet another tweet where there is a disparaging mural of the Prime Minister photographed and sent around by this supposedly independent and impartial officer of the Royal Commission. I note that it is apparently a retweet of something from the Twitter account of someone called I Am Antifa, itself an extreme political group. On the next page, there's a further retweet, this time telling the Prime Minister to rack off to Hawaii. On the next page, a retweet in which the Deputy Prime Minister is treated very disparagingly, calling him an idiot. The next page, we have a cartoon that is titled Mr Prime Minister Head, a reference to Mr Potato Head, the much-loved children's toy. On the next page, a tweet directly from Ms Hannon calling my colleague Senator Canavan, I believe she's attempting to call him an idiot, but the spelling is E-E-J-I-T, of the first order in her view. Obviously disagree with that one. On the next page, there's a retweet from Ms Hannon in which she seems keen to circulate material that has been drawn out during estimates that she seems to be hoping will end the career of Senator Cash. The point here, though, is to say we have a clear pattern demonstrated by Ms Hannon, who is in a senior role as Director of Communications with the supposedly impartial and independent aged care Royal Commission in circumstances where Royal Commissions have an extra special responsibility to maintain that impartiality and integrity because of the high esteem and importance with which they are held in our community. And yet, the public communications of the Royal Commission are being run by somebody who clearly has an active and public and dogged anti-government agenda.